Hey yo dudes, what is going on everybody? We are back in another video, and today it's kind of a different day. So as you guys seen, I've been playing Brawlstars for the last few episodes in my YouTube channel. So I just decided to create to kind of recreate each of the brawlers in Brawlstars in Lego form. So yeah, I've created I haven't created all 24, but created most of them. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this kind of review-ish. So with me, I have brought a few of these kind of base plate thingies for the characters. So I'm gonna be using the orange one. I'm gonna be putting them on the orange one, just cause it looks coolest. So yeah. Okay, so the first brawler I'm gonna show is Colt. So keep in mind that I was limited on the amount of pieces I had and what type of pieces I had. So some of these might not look 100% accurate, of course. So this headpiece is very old, so that's why most of the printing has worn off. But so I've created his kind of police officer or sheriff kind of clothes, and I gave him his dual revolvers, which really don't look like his weapons, but it's two. So I mean, he only has one holster, but yeah. So yeah, I think he looks kind of cool. I think he looks okay. I chose this hairpiece because it has the red hair, and so yeah, that's Colt. And here's the back view. So yeah, that's one brawler done. Okay, the next brawler. Okay, this one I really didn't have any pieces to kind of recreate the actual thing. So bear with me here. This is supposed to be Crow. Okay, this may sound like the rest of the brawlers are gonna look weird, horrible. It's not true. This is just the only one that kind of looked weird. So this is Crow. It's supposed to be the beak, and don't mind the goggles because that's all I had. But yeah, so that's Crow. Let's go on. Here's the back part. So it uses the General Zod torso, and yeah. So that's Crow. And bats can fly and crows can fly, so I used the Batman piece. Okay, not really. But underneath that is just a cylinder, black cylinder, so that's pretty much it. So that's two brawlers. The next one, I thought I'd have a difficult time with this, but it really wasn't that bad. It's Bo. So for Bo, he also got a new remodel, but I don't like that one too much. So for the front, I used the Catman from the Batman minifigure series. I used that headpiece, and the headpiece underneath, I used a bow from one of the Hobbit sets. And this is what I did for the quiver, so because I didn't have an actual one, and I used as you guys can see, the vulture torso from one of the Spider-Man sets, because kind of represents the whole bird thing. So yeah, so that's Bo. I used the leg pieces. It was red, so yeah, so that's Bo. That kind of looks like a beak as well, so kind of like an eagle. So yeah, that's Bo. And the next one is Dynamite. And this one actually, I don't think it looks too bad, but so that's Dynamite. He has the torso. It's a bit blue, but it's still red mostly. And he has the giant box thingy he has on his back. And I gave him a beard. Gave him the white hat. Oh no, the yellow hat. I'm not colorblind, but so the yellow hat, and he has the two dynamite sticks, which kind of are weird, but because the fire's in his hand. But don't mind that. It's just part of the Lego designing processes. I might change the torso for Dynamite because I have a better one, but I just didn't use that because it was for Iron Man. I like Iron Man, so yeah. And the next one is Brock. I actually kind of like Brock because so it's Brock. I didn't really find a face that had an expression like his, so yeah. But I like how I did his weapon because it looks kind of cool with the cylinder pieces. Well, not cone pieces, yeah. And yeah, this looks cool. In my opinion, gave him a Spider-Man torso because it was blue. So yeah, and that's Brock. I hope you like. I just really think his weapon is the coolest part of him. But if you like another aspect more, then sure, that's fine. So that's Brock. Okay, so that's 5 down. The next one I'll do Mortis. Kind of like Mortis, how I did him. So for Mortis, I used the calculator guide headpiece, and that's a shovel. That's the little lamp thing he has on the end of his shovel. And I used the red torso because it's close to pink. I already used the pink torso for someone else. And that's his jeans and stuff, and his cape. So that's Mortis. And the purple. I didn't really have a purple hairpiece, so it's kind of had to make an exception there. Well, not an exception or whatever. But that's what I did for his hat, and I think that also looks cool. Okay, so I paused there because I thought of switching the hairpiece because this one's more accurate. So this is Piper. I used the hairpiece from Jurassic World, and that's kind of what I did for the umbrella because I really didn't have an actual umbrella piece, so I just kind of took some cylinders and I just put it through. So she could make a pose like she's shooting or something. For instance, something like this. So kind of looks like she's shooting, how she does in the game. And yeah, I think this black piece was pretty good choice. So that's Piper. Okay, next one we'll do Poco. Poco, yeah, his face doesn't look like the one from the game because I really didn't have a face like that, but I just imagine he would be happy because that's how he sounds like. That's I did for the guitar. I didn't have a pink piece, so I just put a stud in it. It's a yellow part, and yeah. So I didn't have a red bow tie, so I just used this tie and piece torso, and that's what I did for the hat. So that's Poco. And next one I'll do Shelly because she's a starting brawler. So for her gun, I really didn't have a gun that looked like her, so I just used a kind of pistol-like thing, and so yeah, I used a purple torso. The hairpiece, I didn't even have a purple hairpiece, pink, I don't remember. So that's what I did for the hair. I think it was close enough, and yeah, that's Shelly. Next one, I'll move on to Pam because Pam. So this is Pam. So this one kind of looks kind of weird. This is what I did for the hairpiece and her gun. So basically, it's two-handed, and I put this thing at the end, and this is like the giant backpack thing I think she has on the back. So I just kind of attached it there, using like weird functions and stuff. And yeah, I used the calculator kind of armor piece and made the gun and stuff, so I think Pam looks okay. And yeah, it's Pam. Also, it's kind of weird how you can see the face from behind, although because I didn't have an actual hairpiece, so yeah, that's Pam. It's kind of a weird build. Next, we'll move on to Barley, because Barley's pretty cool, but he's okay. So this is Barley. For the bottle, I just put like fiery kind of texture stuff in it, and it didn't really have a mustache piece for a robot head, so I just used that one. And that's the hat. It's the kind of cloth thing he has on his arm. And yeah, it's a Barley. I think he looks pretty good. And next on, we're moving to Rico, because I think Rico's pretty cool, amazing too. So Rico, I did his arms like this with that piece. And his gun can actually shoot, but I'm not going to do that now because I'll just lose the piece. See, I made also the balls inside. some kind of stomach, I guess you could say, the glass and stuff. It's covered from behind, but you can see it from the side easily, so I think that's okay. And that's what I did for his head, eye thing. And both arms are pretty movable. You can articulate them, stuff. So he's pretty tall compared to the other brawlers. So let's say, for instance, let's take out Colt. So that's him compared to Colt. So yeah, he's pretty tall, but it's kind of have to make an exception for him too. So that's Rico or Ricochet. Leon. Okay, so I really didn't have a piece that covers like half of the front of the face, so this is what he looks like. I know his eyes aren't visible in the game. His green shirt is pretty boring and plain because he don't have pockets, and he's short, so I just used those legs, and that's Leon. Yeah, really was limited for him, but maybe I could do better in the future. Maybe I can get more parts. Next up, we're doing Bull. I think I was used some creativity on this one, because usually his hair, the game, it just goes upwards. There's these two things aren't there, but I think that adds, like, you know, because he's Bull, so that kind of gives his horn detail kind of thing. So I think that's pretty good. He has a Batman shirt on, but don't mind that. It's weird. First, I think I did pretty good job for a shotgun, just adding those three pieces together. Yeah, that's Bull. Next up, we'll do Daryl, because I think he also looks pretty cool as well. My favorite part about this Daryl I made is the arms, kind of how they represent the shotguns from the game. So you can move them up and down, stuff, and he's pretty much kind of the same on both sides, not really front and back. That's what I meant. Yeah, didn't really have a hat for him, so I just used this kind of piece with the robot. So that's Daryl. I think he's pretty cool, but he's pretty fragile though, more fragile than the rest of the brawlers I made. And next up, we'll move on to Carl. This is what I did for Carl. I know he's pretty boring. I didn't even try for Carl, because I just thought of him as a joke. Well, not a joke. He's a pretty good brawler in the game, but yeah, I was just messing around. So this is Carl. Yeah, don't ask. And the last one I'm gonna do is Penny, but so in a few days or so, I think the Easter bunny skin for Penny will be released. So I just try to make that, and I think it's okay, but I could probably do better, because I don't know. I don't really know what the skin looks like. Although I've seen it once, but I don't remember. So for the cannon, you can like kind of articulate it, put it like back like that, how it's in the game, I think. And that's what I did for a gun. So that's Bunny Penny, if you remember from Brawl Talk, the new community people or whatever. So yeah. So that's not all 20. That's all I have for now. I'll count up the brawlers and see how many I have. Okay, so based on my counting, I think I made 17 of the brawlers. So remaining are 7 that I have to make. But I might make them in the future or so. 17. Wait. Something ain't right here. Okay, 12. And that's okay. Yeah, 17. So these are all the brawlers. If you were to ask me which one's my favorite that I made, maybe between Mortis, Dynamite, Daryl, and Rico. Brock, I like his weapon though. But yeah, that's all I have for today. Maybe I might do a stop motion animation, but I haven't done that in a while because I kind of suck at it. So, but comment down which one of these is your favorite. So yeah, think I did okay. But yeah, it's all the brawlers I've made. So if you guys really enjoyed this, I might ask my parents to get more parts so I can probably make the rest of the brawlers. Maybe improve some of these, but leave a like if you enjoyed the video and it's kind of inspired you to make your own, or if it just entertained you. But yeah, see you guys next time. Peace out.